it would mirror what happens in the north in terms of
So
that.
you
So
think
if there isn't, I just went through on Stellarium that arc that it just made. Like I was just going through hour by hour. See, that arc mirrors what the arc in the north is and why the 24-hour sun ends up, because the celestial sphere of the sky is tilted in terms of like where the north and south celestial poles, as it were, are. Meaning it tilts to that degree, and the sun tilts at that same. Like what I'm saying is that the arc of the sun within the celestial sphere. So like the further you get south, or well, let's leave the south out of it because we need to get more to see what comes in the next week or two of what is going on. But I'm just saying, like, if you take the one in the north, like that arc that I just went into, the southeast to southwest, if you keep arcing that, like if you're in a celestial sphere, and if the south gets higher and higher, the south celestial pole is where it gets higher as you get further south, that arc would end up being a 24-hour sun, just like it does in the north. Like the arc of the sun, I'm saying, if you continued it and you continued going south, it would mirror what happens in the north in terms of
so
that.
you
So
think
if there isn't a 24-hour sun, it would be more surprising than if there is. You can go in the north and see that exact same arc and then keep following it and keep going further to the north, and that arc ends up leveling out and becoming a 24-hour sun.
Right.
Doesn't mean the Earth's a globe. It just means that the sky works like a magnetic field. The two sides of a magnetic field. And they mirror and they meet in the middle.
That actually just makes way more sense to me, at least.
Yeah, like this thing that I keep posting sort of shows the celestial sphere. So if you put like a planar Earth in the center of that, and then you know, just the bottom you're not going to see. I mean, I know that in the globe they say that goes under the ball, but it's just not visible. So just like a planetarium, you have your 180-degree hemispherical range there. And just like that shows north-south equator, that's the celestial sphere. And it tilts as you go north and south. So as the sun starts going north of the equator, it starts making that arc, the rising northeast and rising north of east and south of west, rising south of east, setting south of west, because the celestial sphere is tilted in relation to Polaris. So the rotation of the sun also follows that same celestial sphere path, which means it starts arcing that way. And then if you keep tilting that celestial sphere going higher and higher north, where Polaris gets higher and higher, that arc of that sun ends up going all the way around you. And in terms of the south, it does the same thing going south, but the other way. So logically, it would make sense that you would end up with a 24-hour sun in the south. Now, how that's working on the map, and doesn't mean the Earth's a globe, but I mean how that's laid out, how the land is actually laid out, how the magnetic field works, how the sky works, those are all questions. But in terms of like the magnetic field, of how a magnetic field has the north and south to it, just like a ferrocell, and then they meet in the center, and then just like those celestial sphere, the tilting of that, it does make sense that it would mirror from that arc angle going all the way. Like it's the logical conclusion of the path of the sun in the south.
Yeah, I think it's a little off of the globe. Just I'll let you guys know. I don't know if you guys see my video, but that is not 130. What does it say? 8 southeast. Give me just a second.
All right, cool.
I'm the only one that
Yeah,
actually got up.
Yeah, it'd be awesome to confirm this part just to get even further confirmation than
where's
what
it
already exists.
130 at?
This is like another version of like extrapolating and transforming the celestial sphere into saying Earth's a globe. It's the same. It's like in the same range. It's like the same kind of process of taking the sky and then just asserting the Earth is related to the celestial sphere in the sky, and that the Earth is the sphere, and that the stars are parallel millions of billions of light years away.
Come on, just trust me, man.
I would like to address the stars being light years away. Isn't there something like called the inverse square law, where when something gets further away, it gets smaller and smaller? Wouldn't like 1 light year be far enough to make it like so tiny you couldn't even see it, let alone hundreds of light years?
Well, hold on. Inverse square law, I think it has to do with the brightness. You're talking about angular size.
Okay, angular size, whatever it is. I know there's something that with distance things get smaller,
Right.
and
All right, real
and they
fast.
say they're 1 light year. 1 light year is over 4 trillion miles. 1 light year. That's just one. How are we seeing an object literally hundreds of trillions of miles away? That makes absolutely no sense at all. I don't care if
Hey, can you guys-
it's a vacuum and the light travels forever. No,
All right,
it's too small. It's too far away. Doesn't
gotcha.
work.
It's almost 6 trillion miles, man.
All right,
Hold on,
wait,
what's-
can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
He was
Okay, so their Wi-Fi is really weird here, so I may drop and stuff. I have to change over. There's like 15 Wi-Fi's in Soto, and it's also free. Okay, I think Liz might be up, but it'll be a few minutes. We're going downstairs with a thermal imager, so you guys can hear me good?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to look to the clouds. You feel me? But I'll just let you know. Did the video I sent to Discord go through?
Nope.
when did you send the video?
They don't want us to see
When
the
did you
video.
send this?
No, I don't think he sent it. Let me see. Or at least it didn't go through. Hold on. I'll check. Let me see. Maybe.
Yeah, there's nothing from him.
Oh look, the lights are going over the curve.
No, it's raising. It must be concave.
I think we should have a few drinks and we'll do the conga.
Okay. So maybe I'll send it now because I had to switch over Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah. It came through.
Okay. So let me know when the video goes through. This sucks. It is super cold and windy, and I'm about to go
it
outside.
went through. It went through. I've seen it. It's like,
Yeah,
Okay.
we see it.
I'm gonna use a thermal imager, but obviously, I'm kind of mentally preparing for going outside right now. Because look, I'm gonna be real with you guys, bro. I'm like a baby. Okay, I don't like when it's cold. Yeah, I don't like when it's cold.
There's lots of wind, yeah?
It's wind,
And
yeah, so
you're
it feels
going
like
to-
it's 37 degrees.
And you're going to Antarctica.
Yeah,
Bro.
but you wear like 5 layers at all times. You know, like it's totally different. And then they use like this pretty impressive solar technology to warm your tent. So like your tent stays at 72 degrees. They say the sun is so bright off the snow, and you're always wearing 5 layers that really you're not that cold. So, all right. Anyway, guys, you see the video?
Yep.
Yep.
I've never heard of
Okay.
jet-lagged Witsit before. Now I have. How is the
Yeah.
jet lag?
Yeah, it's terrible. 24 hours, and I've been asleep for
Oh.
3.5.
Oh,
All right.
and you
And I
stayed
pulled an
up as well
all-nighter before I
to
went.
make you. Yeah, so you'd be able to sleep. That's what I do when I fly. And it didn't work. That's brutal, man.
I slept some, but our long flight was super turbulent. Like super turbulent. Yeah, it's all
Dude,
good, bro.
I've been on.
I will tell you guys, this is
I've
super
been on.
cool. Let me tell you something. So, even though I only slept because Jared and I talked to like 1, and so I didn't get to bed till like 1:30. Let's see, I just got up at 4:30. Okay, dude, I woke up like super refreshed. I swear there's something about it, bro. There's something about the sun. And dude, Jonathan, the producer, said the same thing. Said after all that flying, he got barely no sleep. He got up to see the sunrise, but something about it. You wake up like more refreshed. It's pretty wild.
They
Okay.
say
Anyway,
I heard of people saying that in Antarctica with the 24-hour sun, that like they're very not sleepy. Like there's something about their body that just kind of like you're saying, like they could only sleep for like a few hours and feel just refreshed and awake. And so yeah, I've read people saying that with the 24-hour sun that like you need a lot less sleep.
yeah, super real. And I slept with our window open, right? And it didn't get dark until like, dude, like 1:30. Okay, it was dark, right? But you remember when I went out there and I showed you guys that we showed you guys like the light in the sky? Like that didn't go away until like 1:30. Okay. Anyway,
That's intense. Really lingers down there.
yeah,
The
so like
light.
if you look at I think we're 54 degrees south latitude. If you look at that video though, okay, southeast is like to the left of the middle of that view. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me watch it. Okay, like you start panning, like where that ship is southeast. Like to the left of the first boat is the southeast, wherever someone gave me, like the degree someone gave me. But you see that the sun does not look like it's rising right there. It's like it's rising over to the right. But you actually can't see it. Okay, so now I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna use the thermal imager. I don't know how good it's gonna see all these super thick clouds though. Can I share my camera on here?
Yeah.
Are there over 25 people in here?
There is, yeah. I mean, we can move to the stage fairly quickly though, and
I mean, if you're down to do that, it's up to you guys. But I'm not gonna be able to. I just got too much stuff in my hand to like make videos. I can't make videos while I'm in Discord, you know.
right. Yeah, we can move real quick. Just take a sec.
And if you could, whatever I show, if you could throw that up on the stream, that way it's recorded.
All right, yeah. This will be you'll be able to share it in here for sure. Yeah, anyone else wants to jump on the stage, just click the button there.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
I don't
Yeah.
see anything on here. Here, I'm gonna try to get a little bit of elevation. I'll see if I can share my video.
There it goes. Yep. Yeah, we see it.
You guys see me? Like, you see the concrete and stuff?
Yep. I'm just making it full screen on the. Yeah, we can see it's a little choppy, but it's coming through.
Is it facing me or the water?
We're looking at the ground right now. Looks like away from you. Yeah, we see the water now. So which direction is are you aiming right now?
Okay, right here is like southeast. Let me pull out the compass. Okay, so we learned last night we have to just always clarify it based on whatever it is that we're using. But iPhone compass, this right here is 133. Is this supposed to be 133 or 38? It doesn't matter, right? Because like either way, it's like right here. Dude, you can totally see that those mountains. I don't know how far away those mountains directly in front of you are. If anyone can figure out what mountains are like 135 degrees southeast right now, well, you can see them with the naked eye. Okay. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell where the sun is. The sun looks like it's coming over here. I don't know if you guys have good shots of what I'm doing right now, but like it looks like it's coming from over here and it was moving from this direction. I videoed it earlier, but it looked like the sun was coming brighter and brighter over here. It's like moving over here. But the globe says it should be rising over here. And now it's cloudier than it was, but the sun is clearly not rising right there. You can actually see the mountains right there. You know, the sun's not rising behind those mountains, which is where it should be. The sun is the brightest part of the distribution of the light. It's actually over there. So it's west of what it's supposed to be. So, but
How long until sunrise right now? Like how many minutes?
oh, it's 5:11. It's 5:30.
Yeah, the sun should
So
be up right now.
So it's just
yeah, I
behind the
see.
clouds.
I'm guessing, yeah. But I sent you guys the video right at sunrise. Like I took that video right at sunrise.
Nice.
It's a trip.
So it's just too cloudy. You just won't be able to see, huh? Like exactly where it rises in terms of the.
Yeah. Right, because it's like pointless. All right. Well, I got everyone to move. I mean, I don't know if you want to show me. It's just really cloudy. So I will. I'm gonna stop my video because it's probably breaking. So yeah, and I don't know if you guys could see that thermal gun, but you're not really able to tell
Yeah,
where the
we
sun is.
saw some of it, the thermal gun. Yeah, you couldn't tell anything.
Yeah,
I
dude,
did
it's
see a
kind
little
of
bit of
crazy
the
how like
redness.
I'm not.
I did see a little bit of that redness in the sky. And we went around the
Yeah,
clouds. I don't.
yeah. You can tell that it definitely has like the bottom layer of the sky. There's like a gradient. There's a gradient right now. I think you also have to learn how to fully calibrate this thing and stuff. So.
Yeah, I also don't know how far that thing goes. Like whether it's more for local, which I think would still be awesome. Like even if you can't get a long distance with it, if you can still get like local readings in terms of just like heat dissipation off of physical objects in relation to the sun, that'd be cool. So it still could be used for that, even if it doesn't have the range to get like the thermals from that kind of distance.
Yeah, I would say
saw-
that's like absolutely all that it can do.
I found a live stream from Punta Arenes, and it started getting bright around 4 o'clock in the morning or so.
Yeah. Well, again, you know, according to their version of the story, I should be able to pop in a plane, go south to see the sun. So that's why the flight there is going to be pretty crazy, right? Because in theory, we should know a decent amount just going in the plane. And then I'm going to talk to the pilots, if possible. I'm going to talk to all the people that work there, but obviously we're going. But you guys know, of course, with like a coffee cup caustic idea, none of this would be exclusive to anything. But I will say this, bro. What's very interesting to me is I would think that if it's the actual sun, you would see like a distinguishable part of the sky that's very clearly like where the sun is, right? It would be like the brightest. Right? Like if you're looking
Yeah,
over in that the dude, I haven't seen that at all. So like pretty consistently, it's like every time I see the light, it's like a huge span of the sky is like the same brightness.
do you see?
I
Do
did.
you see 12 o'clock shadows on their cars?
Good question. I don't want to walk back out. I'm looking at the tires from here.
Elbow on that
Uh,
on the live stream that you had posted. It looks like there's a little bit. It might be the sun peeking out there, although there might just be an opening in the clouds.
Yeah, I just saw a car go by, a red truck, and it's like big, like shadow right under it.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you can definitely see shadows underneath the cars. Yeah. Hey, you know, have you guys thought about this? How crazy this would be? Everyone's like, if you see the sunset, that'd be crazy. Of course, but um, you know, some people were pointing out the idea that like if there's a container out there, then it could act as like a mirror, right? And if that's the case, and you see like this mirrored reflection, well, what would it do? It would make everything go the opposite way, right?
Right.
But like it would also flip and invert something. So like, how would you be able to know if the sun was inverted? If it's like symmetrical circle, you know what I'm saying? Well, if you could see the sunspots, there's not one shot ever in Antarctica of the sun with the sunspots, and like no one's ever even looked for it. So that's very interesting as well. Another thing is the real reason we got the thermal gun is not to see through clouds. We knew that that wasn't probably going to happen, but it is to see the heat distribution throughout the day because it should stay the same. But hopefully it clears up at some point today. I can get a good reading on like the temperature pointing at the sun, even though it's probably out of range. But anyway, the point is that the sun, if it was like a reflection looking like the sun, it would not be nearly as warm, right? Because like if you have a reflection of a heat source, it's not as warm as the heat source. Just a couple ideas.
Yeah, I see the
I was
thing
gonna
you were
say,
saying,
what's it
Gio.
to your
And
idea of like it being an inversion? Sorry, go ahead.
sorry, I see the thing you're saying, Gio. But this camera is facing more of northeast.
Okay, so that just might be a thing in the clouds. Are you sure about that? I don't know. It looks like it's facing towards the water. It should be south.
Remember, because the facing towards, I mean, facing directly towards the water is the south. Like facing directly towards the rails, and this is facing towards going towards the street, looking upwards, up the street, not directly towards the ocean.
Yeah, so it's like southeast. This is probably set up to catch the sunrise, right? Like this live stream is probably kind of designed for that. Like they set it up there because the sunrise is there.
Well, the one that he dropped is off big time. If it's the same landscape I'm seeing. Do you,
Why
by the way,
isn't it
you
like
got if you
north?
guys want to, Yeah, that's more north. Yes.
Yo,
Your
Witsit, you were
view?
saying if the wall is like a mirror, and it's reflecting the sun, and sun's inverted, how would you know it's inverted? Because it's symmetrical. I think the only way would be you'd have to wait for like an eclipse. You'd have to wait for an
No,
eclipse.
you could look at the sunspots.
Yeah, but like I don't know if that's actually gonna be, reliable enough. Like if it's gonna be visible enough to be able to ascertain it from a reflect. I don't
Oh,
know if you
well,
can
damn, bro.
tell what
If the
sunspots
sun's
are
not going
just
to
by
be,
looking at.
well, we have filters. We have solar filters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But go ahead. Sorry, I'm not trying to. What's your other
No,
idea?
absolutely. If you can tell, if you can kind of like see sunspots through solar filters, then that would definitely work. I was
Right,
saying, I was
because
thinking like, you have to wait for an eclipse or something going from one, like from like the right side, and then you'd know that if it comes up on the left side, then it's an inversion or something like that.
well, think about it, right? Because like this would explain the star trails as well. If there's like a firmament and it acts like a mirror, I don't know. It's definitely an interesting idea. Someone found like a Bible verse, basically says that, which is pretty crazy.
Would it apply to the stars? Because like as far as I know, the stars themselves aren't a perfect mirror image. They're like different stars.
Well, for one, I'm just talking like, okay, there's two parts. There's obviously like the opposite direction thing, and that's exactly what a mirror would do. But when people have tried to point out the idea of the southern stars being a reflection, well, it wouldn't be a 1-to-1. Like they would definitely be stretched out, like spaced out, stretched out. But yeah, maybe it's not. I don't know. I'm just saying. I do know one thing, bro. If like we start flying there and we see the sun, like flat earthers need to like keep their cool, bro. That's all I know. People need to keep their cool. And don't take the bait from the globers, right? I mean, but it's up to you guys if you want to go back to the regular setup. I just wanted to try. I don't even know if the camera's any good, so sorry if you moved everything and it wasn't. But uh, I don't know. I tried because you got to know that, like, obviously, I'm roaming. Like every time I start using data, I have like a very small amount of data. So like Verizon messaged me and told me like I got 12 days free. I got to spend extra money, but I have a quote unquote high speed for 5 gigs, and then like it drops to 3G. So it's like always very tricky here for anything service related.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
location
I hear you.
that cameras is set up, Geo, and it's definitely facing north.
Okay.
So Liz says she's gonna bring her camera and solar filter, but you can't see anything. And then obviously the producer, who by the way, 100% flat earther, 100%. Like 1,000,000%. Okay. I can not say 1,000,000%. I don't know the guy, but like he's a flat earther. Just trust me. Anyway, he had come out early yesterday and pulled out some of his cameras. Tried to see the sun, but like same thing. It was really, really cloudy. You know how like bad it's gonna suck if it's really cloudy there in Antarctica? I
Yeah,
made
for
the point to
sure.
Will. I made the point to Will, right? Like all these Glovers are running this narrative that like flat earthers are looking for any excuse to not go or whatever. If there may be some flat earthers for that type of energy, but if flat earthers really had that type of energy, they would hope it'd be really cloudy once we decided to go. And ironically, it was, of course, the flat earthers who were brainstorming how to overcome the obstacle of clouds if that were to occur. So much so that we tried to buy a gun in hopes that we'd get to see the light distribution or potentially even like the ring of the sun through the clouds. Wasn't the Glovers that did that. And I also have a Lux reader. I have what's supposed to be a pretty good app because all the technology is built into the iPhone or a Lux reader. So supposedly the Lux reader app actually works pretty good. You want to hear something else that's pretty lame? We get here yesterday and then we're informed, oh, that turns out you can bring 2 bags up to 50 pounds.
Really?
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, dude, it pisses me off, bro. Because I would have brought because the second bag would have been like all kinds of equipment. I think it's all it would have been. Because you could have had a gyro compass, different types of mechanical compasses. Could have tried to bring a gyro for the flights. I could have tried to bring a gyro for the flight from here to there and see if it tips as much as it's supposed to. Sucks I'm flying this long and this far south, and I'm not going to do the gyro test. I would have got to bring an extra camera. Could have brought more than one tripod. Anyway, just annoying.
Well, next year. We'll bring it all next year.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think this will be the last trip taken there, but that's for sure.
Hey, so something interesting, Austin, that you were just mentioning is the fact that you're in that area right now in South America, and it's 5:44 in the morning, and I'm looking on timeanddate.com, and it doesn't make sense. So I don't understand how that works. How it's because it should be the same time in Florida right now that it is for you where you're at.
No.
An
Oh,
hour
no,
later.
no.
Already.
It's 2 hour. It's 2 hours. But this is what's so funny is like, yeah, of course, because the time zones on the globe are retarded. But hey, real fast. So I have the Skyview app. It's saying the sun is over. The sun's rising over to the left. It's actually saying it's up in the sky. Like where I was telling you guys that it was like 133 degrees. That's where Skyview has the sun up in the sky above the horizon right now. And dude, that is not where the freaking brightest part of the sun started coming from. It came from west of that. 100% it came from west of that. Like, I have a video of this, though. But what is it? Like, what the hell? Let's say that there weren't clouds here and we could actually see the sunrise. Do we all agree that if it rises like significantly west of the prediction, like that's impossible on a globe?
Yo, where
I
are
would
you right
agree.
now exactly? I'll check it up on Stellarium.
Punta Arenes. I mean,
Yeah, and that shit comes up.
If it's any consolation, my friend was in Amsterdam and another guy was in Australia. He looked at the moon and the one saw the bite out of the right and the other one saw it out of the left. So it was like a mirror image. And I've lost the pictures. I did have the pictures to it as well. They both took a picture. And so like the guy in Australia, for instance, he saw the bite out of the apple, say it's an apple, bite out of the right. And the person in Amsterdam saw it the opposite way.
okay. Yeah, if you guys see that screenshot, I mean, that is to the left of that video, bro. Like, it's like, if you watch my video I posted again, as I start to pan, where the Skyview app has the sun is like very early in the video. And just look at it. Like, I guess it's hard to tell with the cloud, right? So, but it's like looks brighter to the right side of the video, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm going back to check to compare it. If you guys are there for a few days, maybe one of these days it'd be able to see the actual sun, like the position of it.
Yeah, someone had messaged me and said, "Don't forget to bring a cloud buster," and that actually would be very cool. You guys have heard of cloudbusters?
Well, there's that what is it, boiling vinegar or whatever. What is the you're not talking about that one?
That don't work.
Well, there absolutely is something called a cloudbuster that a company sells that does work.
I see some
I
guy, he's got like rocket things. It's an old black and white picture.
think it uses like copper wire, copper wire or coils. I can't remember, but the owner of it, he's in Texas, right? He has them set up all over his property, and there's just like this huge ring around his house, like at all times. You know,
That's crazy. He could keep the clouds away from his house. That's
it's
awesome.
like he has a force field or something.
This camera is set up where it's a TV station called TV Red.
Does it post previous streams?
Yeah, that has previous. Yeah, let's see, December 10th. Like they divided like a couple videos. 10, 11, 9. Oh, they had one the other day. Looking the other direction.
Dude, I'm like, yeah, I mean, as far okay, like the globe doesn't have any leeway here. The sun has to geometrically rise where it has to rise. Obviously, this wasn't definitive. The clouds are rising. I mean, the clouds are blocking things, but I mean, pretty interesting.
No, the
Like,
globe does not have any wiggle on that. Yeah.
yeah, like just a geometric requirement.
It's cool you're there for a few days. You'll be able to get, yeah, I mean, at least have the opportunity to get a few sunrises and sunsets, depending on conditions. But it's kind of cool that you're able to kind of validate it from there and then heading further south. It's that it worked out that way.
And it sucks that it's been so cloudy so far. Because, dude, I can't imagine how beautiful this place would be and these observations would be if there weren't clouds. I think Liz is coming down here. She got a camera. It's filter. This is cloudy. Yeah, and the compass thing is freaking me out. So I'm gonna try to find a place nearby that maybe sells a good compass, but she has a magnetic compass, which is just obviously like back weighted. A needle's back weighted, basically.
Did anyone have a gyroscope on the flight? Or
No.
flights?
Nope. And that's what I was just talking about, is like they tell us once we get here we could have brought a whole extra bag. Like what the like I couldn't even zip my bag for 30 minutes. There was no bringing a gyroscope, you know, is what I'm trying to say. Like my backpack carry-on was to the seams packed. and so was my checked bag. Like, you couldn't have fit anything else. And if I could have checked a whole nother bag up to 50 pounds, oh my goodness. Could have brought all the extras. He was saying though that basically that was kind of a new thing, and it was like once they got here and we're talking to her that she said that we could do that or something.
Oh, like it wasn't in their paperwork, but it's like something that they allow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought actually Benjamin one day called like while we were on the live stream. He called them and they said it was like like $35 per pound for anything more. So I mean that was the information he got. He called.
And she was
AOE.
saying that like it just it would have been free. Because yeah, $35 a pound. It's like $1,700 for an extra bag.
Yeah.
It is brighter to the west.
To the west. See if that caustic effect it should strengthen as it gets closer. Like the wraparound effect. But yeah, like you said, the exclusivity between that from that position and a globe is kind of debatable. Between a caustic effect and what they claim with the globe in terms of some of the lighting. I mean, you don't think that light looking south, even though it could be the caustic effect, couldn't it also be a 24-hour sun up over there?
Yeah, I think it could be a 24-hour sun. Right. I have no idea. That's what's so kind of surreal about this is like we saw that last night, and in a few days we're gonna all get on a plane and fly towards it.
Up over yonder. That's what it looked like. The white light. It's like, that's Antarctica over there. It's kind of cool to think about that. Like the light that you guys showed last night that was in the south. It's like just up over there. Just mountains of snow and ice. I did find some more footage. Don't have to go all into it now, but I did find some additional footage. For me, it kind of knocked, like if I was like a 4 out of 10 of the evidence of the video evidence of a 24-hour sun there, it probably knocked it up to like a 5 for me. But I found some additional videos, and one of them, the woman's like, she's like, oh, this is the lowest the sun will get, because the sun's always in the sky. She's like pointing up to it, and she's like, yeah, this is the lowest it'll get. And it's kind of transitioning from the west going into the south when she says that. And she says like, yeah, the sun is always up here. That was one. And then she's just like standing at Union Glacier, like just, it's kind of vlog style. Like I don't get the vibe that she's like fake or an actor or anything like that. It's not like these astronauts that are obvious to tell that they're acting or whatever. She seems pretty legitimate just in general. Like, but, cause like she also went up to Mount Vincent and was like, there was like a huge like storm up there and like, just like her whole trip. And then I also found footage up near Mount Vincent. I located one of the mountains, and then I've found footage of the sun in the north and in the south, which is up in the Mount Vincent area. I like the one was like she named the name of one of the other mountains, and then I looked that one up, and then I saw 2 different cuts of it when it was in the north and the south. So yeah, I mean, from all that footage, there's just no indication that the sun sets at all. So I mean, either all that footage is fake and they're all actors, or that's what you guys are going to see. But the question is, yeah, like, can you get more documentation of the sun? Yeah, zoomed in and actually get more what's going on, like if that's the real sun or not, or that's obviously important.
Yo, so I guess this mountain range over here, one of them is 90 miles away. The one right here in front of us. There's 2 of them. There's one Mount Sarmiento. It's 90 miles away. You can see it with the naked eye. And then there's another mountain range over here to the left of it, so east of it, and you can see it with the naked eye. Obviously, you can see that whole landmass right there, the naked eye, whatever that is. Oh, you can see, you look, there's, yeah. Look, and you can see all this with the naked eye too. You see that? Like to the right of it, the boat? Yeah.
Take pictures because it might be too far to be able to see on a globe Earth, like the
Yeah,
Antarctica
yeah,
thing you mentioned.
yeah. The sun's supposed to be over here, bro. Dude, this makes no sense. The sun's supposed to be over here right now. It's way brighter over there.
Document that.
Yeah, what a trip, bro. Yeah, just a sec. I'm about to pull up my other phone. Oh, are we still on the stage? Okay, I can try to use my video. I don't know if you want to be on. I'm about to try to show them the video. I'll show you.
Alright.
Tell me if it's any good. You have to give me feedback, but I'll just show you. Okay, tell me when you guys can see.
Yep.
Okay, so the sun should be up above the a few degrees above the horizon, right there, where I'm pointing. Okay. All right. You guys see how much brighter it is over here? I mean, obviously there's clouds, so it sucks. But like, are you able to see that?
The video is
Yeah.
loading for me.
No, the video looks good. On, I can see it. Yeah, it's clear video.
This is way west of the globe. So the Skyview app is cool. It shows you exactly where the globe says it should be. Right? It should be right over here.
That's weird.
We should have at least seen some kind of bright spot over there. That's like,
Yeah, because you guys can't see it, but right where I'm pointing, you can literally just see the mountains like very clearly with the naked eye.
And those are 90 miles.
I think these right here are 90 miles, and these are even further.
Must be a globe.
No.
I'm just wondering, like, am I tripping when you just it's so bright over here? It's got, I mean, I guess the clouds could do this. Okay, so this would be surreal to think, or not surreal, it just seems weird to think that the sun's actually up in the sky over here somewhere. Yeah, the
That
sun's
could
supposed to be
prove
right
the
there.
mirror theory with the firmament in the Bible. You should make videos.
Yeah, I might go grab my P900.
Yeah, you have to video everything. You're gonna wish you videoed more. So always video.
So look, I'm gonna make a video where I'm showing this the Skyview app and where the actual light distribution is.
it's this. I can miss out on so much colors.
That's crazy though.
Okay, I'm about to drop the video. Okay, it's loading in live stream text chat. Oh, am I still showing you guys my camera?
Yeah, it's probably slowing it down.
I'm gonna turn off camera.
Yeah, the video never loaded for me, but I can't wait to see what you're talking about.
It's 60% loaded.
That's crazy.
We're like totally in tune with nature based on like circadian rhythm. Like I'm not tired at all. I slept for 3 hours.
Have you tried to use like the curve calculator to find out if you should be able to see Antarctica right now?
Oh, you definitely should be able to see Antarctica. We're
Oh wait,
54
were
degrees
y'all
south.
looking at a mountain range?
Yeah. It's called Mount something. Just like I'll find it. And if you guys can help me figure it out, I'm trying to figure out what I can what I can tell you guys about where we are. Here, let me take a picture of me on Google Maps. And just so this is all really tricky because service is never that good. I'm like holding two different phones, but one's connected to a battery. Anyway, let me take a picture of what it says on Google Maps.
Yeah, the video uploaded. We see it.
Okay, cool. You guys see like where it says the sun should be, and then like what the sky looks like.
Yeah.
But to be fair, right? Like if there are clouds, you're not going to see the blue like you do to the right. So don't really know.
That's really
But like,
weird.
yeah, you see where it says the sun is? Like you would think you'd be able to tell if there's a sun over there. Like it looks like the sun from like the opposite direction or something almost. So freaking cloudy here, dude. I hope Antarctica's not like this. I'm gonna try to drop you guys where I'm standing. Okay.
Can you
That's
look
the
further
observe.
north? Look further north, because what I'm looking at the live stream from the TV Red or Sure TV Sur TV, it looks like the sun is like on the north side, dude, like northeast.
Okay, well, do I make another video, dude? That north, is behind us, but I'll make a video. Dude, I would have brought all kinds of extra cameras, and they're like, it pisses me off. We have good advice, but you could have brought 50 extra pounds. It's some BS.
You see that, Gio?
I was doing something. What? With
Look
what?
at the live stream from the from that Sur TV.
And where did you put the video again?
Live stream
I
one
have.
text.
Let me post it again.
Oh, the sun's peeking out now. That's
Yeah,
got to be
that's
the
what I'm
sun,
saying.
right?
But it's like so north.
Yeah, I'm going to get a little bit higher because like it definitely looks super bright to the north. I'm gonna get a little higher, and then I'm about to go up here and grab my peanut 100 in about 5 or 10 minutes. Bro.
Yeah, you might want to do it before it goes away.
Well,
Document
Okay, this is a better
everything.
view.
Even later, things you might not have thought of while you were there, you might want to look at later, and you might figure out something cool from that. So you just have to document everything as much as you can.
That's the location of where that camera is at in Google Maps.
Yeah, I'll make one more video actually. So north is like this is north. Do one shot of north. Bro, I'm gonna see if the camera. I'm gonna use these mountains are so visible that I'm about to use a camera on my phone to show you.
Check out check out the link of where the location of where that camera that we're watching also that live stream. That's where it's supposed to be at.
All right, so you guys know it takes forever to load things up in here, but dropping a video of the mountains from my freaking iPhone. And here's one for you, Elro. So where where the second video ends, okay, I'm dropping two videos right now. One is of the mountains. The second one is where I do the same thing where I show where the sun should be on sky view and I flip around. Where I end that video isn't even fully north. Um, fully north is actually out behind our hotel. So
Away.
okay, first video is about this.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Oh, the mountains? That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, there are mountains like all over the place that are visible. All right, I'm about to go upstairs and grab my peanut butter. Liz is gonna see if everyone here are psychos or if they have coffee. This is cool. This is exciting. Like, don't you feel bad for the people that just they miss out on kind of like the I don't know if this is the word wonderment. You know what I'm saying? Like the wonder.
I post a link to where the camera is at. The camera we were watching on the live stream. For Google Map drop point. So you can see how far it is from your area. And according to this, is you have to look towards the city to kind of see where the sun is at, according to that video. And that looks like it's more northeast.
Oh, they do have coffee. Liz speaks fluent Spanish, so I'm just like,
Yeah, what you said about the wonder. I mean, in some cases, some of these guys, it's like they want to snuff out other people's wonder. So not only do they not express it in times with a lot of these discussions, but it's like they want to. It's like, yeah, just like, oh, they got it all figured out. Don't wonder about anything. The authorities got it under control. The astronauts are exploring space. Should we move everyone back? If Witsit, if you're not going to share your camera, you're going to go get the P900.
You see the video, the live stream from the video that we were watching earlier? Gio?
Yeah. Yeah, I went back and looked at it.
You see that it was like it looks like it's the sun is out, but like it's like more northeast.
Look at it. It's kind of hard to tell.
Probably have to rewind a little bit. Oh, they look like they restarted again. Yeah, they restart the stream again. Because now it's only playing for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. No, I heard what you said. I know exactly. I heard what you said. Yeah, exactly, dude. And I was actually saying that this event is gonna like it might even change the landscape of the discussions a little bit because you're gonna have like a lot more of this group that's just wanting to snuff it out, just like if that's the case or whatever they're gonna end up doing. And then there's gonna be a whole other group of people that want to actually figure more out and want to actually not just be like heckled and have like tomatoes thrown in your face while we're trying to actually move forward and actually put pieces together and keep all the evidence I mean in its place in terms of all of the order of it. And I mean, like you were saying on your stream, it's like it's a good thing to be willing to accept evidence and then integrate it into a larger perspective. So there's no reason to like attack anyone for that. But yeah, they have like certain agendas that they want to, or people want to maintain the status quo and everything else behind it.
just like making coffee.
Chile coffee. They probably grow it right there.
So, is he in Antarctica?
They're in Punta Arenes right now, so it's the last destination before the flight to Antarctica, and they're all there. Everyone that's going, but they're not actually heading there until I think it's Saturday.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're in the Punta Arenas. They have to fight to the death to see which one goes to flat or goes to Antarctica. Shit, I fucked that up. I'm sorry. I just it's the name. It looks like arenas. Like I don't know, but
They're gonna
yeah,
do
no.
they're gonna do a lie detector test and an honesty test to decide who actually gets to go.
I like the
if you fail the lie detector test, you're out. You're off the boat. You're off the island.
that works. I like the fight. I like the battle to the death better though. That one. That's kind of cool too. You know, the good old times.
Antarctica instead of Hunger Games is Antarctica Games.
the stakes are way higher and you freeze to death. Well, have fun, Witsit. Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Don't die.
Make win this. You got it.
Thank you. I was staying there, snickering.
No, no, no. Because earlier I said you guys have to fight to the death to make it to Antarctica, but you said thank you. But like I don't think you heard that part, so it just it's like you're just sort of like, never mind. I don't know. It just kind of seemed like you were in on the joke, but I'm pretty sure you didn't hear that part.
No, he said thank you to
To the other person. Yeah, I know.
the timing of it.
Yeah.
So I'm completely in the dark because I hop in every once in a while. But like, what is the goal of this trip to Antarctica?
I guess someone else got that for a sec. I gotta come in here and try to get my peanut hunter without waking Jared up.
All right. Well, that's happening. I will tell you the goal. All right. So, I mean, it's supposed to, like show flat Earth doesn't, work, but I know in the flat Earth community they are claiming that, it doesn't really debunk it per se. I mean, I guess what it really shows is that it debunks the traditional A model, assuming, the sun is in a physical position in the sky, right? If it is in a physical position in the sky, right, and it's circling around the north, then you can't have that in the south, right? So at least it at least debunks that model. I think everyone could agree with that. Like it debunks that specific model where the sun is in a physical, spot, like geometrically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
we're going off of the model that we have for flat Earth currently and seeing if that model is correct or not.
Well,
yeah.
we're going off the squash globe model that they've presented that made it ours.
That seems counterintuitive there.
But I mean, it's okay. But hold on, it's not exactly like okay. Sure, it is technically the squashed globe, right? But like,
Okay, then.
but
Stop it is.
but you still have to admit though, right, that the sun is, at least in the north, right? We see it circling around the North Pole, right? So like, you have to at least admit, right, if the sun, at the very least, if it's a physical thing, right? But the physical thing, with the geometric position, right, in the sky, like it's actually there's actual like a position in space. If it's there, right, then you can't have it circling the north. So somehow the south is the south where like it just doesn't geometrically work. You know what I'm saying? Like you would at least agree with that. And once again, this doesn't necessarily assume it just assumes any model, any flat Earth model where the sun has a physical position. All right. So any model where, because now you would have to say the sun doesn't, it can't have a physical position. It's just sort of like, a projection or something. You know what I'm saying? Where you can see it at multiple different angles and whatnot. Or like a personal dome kind of thing, or like the thing Gio mentioned the other day with the I keep forgetting the name. It starts with the T, but it's like the holographic card thing, basically, where you can different angles to that surface like reveal different images. So this cuts out a lot of flat Earth models, basically, when you think about it. And fair enough, it's not going to destroy flat Earth, But I will say this though, and I think a lot of people will agree. At the very least, it is going to, maybe like I'm trying to say this without being like offensive, but I'm saying it's definitely going to like weaken flat Earth at the very least. You have to agree with that though, because there are going to be some people.
Arma, shut up. Arma, that's enough. Thank you.
He has
Jeez,
discussions
so
in his head.
Well, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying like that's just my view. If it's the case,
But we don't. Okay, awesome. Thank you. Jeez, Louise.
No, because who was it that was talking? The one girl who was talking. Who was that?
Arma, you're cut off. You're cut off. You've had one too many things.
Basil or Basil.
Yeah.
That's how Gordon Ramsay pronounces it.
Basil,
Oh, it was Basil. Sorry,
Basil.
I thought it was Taylor.
Watch Arma not keep the same energy. Hey, okay, that's what's up, Arma. So if I go out here and the globe model says that the sun is supposed to be rising at 5:11 a.m., 133 degrees, specifically southeast, and actually that the sun is rising from the west, does that debunk the globe?
Wait, if it's rising in the opposite direction?
Does that debunk the globe?
I mean, I guess it would debunk a lot of globe models. Yeah, it would debunk the mainstream one for sure.
A lot of globe models.
Yeah, like the ones where the sun is like a, like a physical thing out, at a great distance or whatever. Some shit. It would debunk a lot of them, I would imagine. Yeah. A lot of potential ones. Let's use the word potential, right? Like if you couldn't like make a model, right? With certain parameters, right? And one of those parameters is the it being like round, whatever, right? And then the sun is like at a distance, whatever, right? Then any of those models that you could make with those parameters, right? Those are now debunked. So yeah, mainstream globe would be debunked, sure. But no, I'm not.
Yeah,
trying
so
to
you're getting so excited, and the sun's not doing what it's supposed to, and we're not even at Antarctica yet.
I mean, isn't it like it's kind of cloudy right now, though, right? Like I seen the stream, whatever. It's like really cloudy. You can't exactly pinpoint its location.
Oh, okay.
I need a burp.
I'm about to go take the P900 out.
The P900. The P9000.
Are you on drugs?
Nope.
He slept.
Well, you know what? I'm in a similar situation as you would say in terms of lack of sleep. I was studying for a test, and but I think you have it worse though. But no, my brain is a little fried. I'm not gonna lie. My brain.
Arma's like, yeah. So like it would debunk. Well, okay. Well, it wouldn't debunk flat Earth. You know what I'm saying? But like the A map, it would maybe debunk the A map if it was like physically. You know what I'm saying? Like physically right where you're actually seeing it. So yeah, I think it would like debunk a lot of flat Earth models.
Well, because if I'm gonna say like, look, I'm trying to like appeal to you guys right now, right? I'm just saying like, because I know you guys are saying this isn't the case, right? You guys are saying it's not going to debunk the flat Earth. Personally, I think it does, but I'm just trying to.
Yeah, but you think sunsets do, bro?
Sunsets?
Yeah.
No, you're generalizing like all globers or whatever. I didn't say that.
So you agree that sunsets don't debunk flat Earth?
I mean, it depends on the context, like the parameters you're dealing with.
Oh, I thought I was generalizing.
No, yeah, you are generalizing. I said it depends on the context, though. I mean, that's not wrong to say, right? It depends on the context, right? Like if you're dealing with just like, you're on a surface, right? And I'm saying like no atmosphere, right? Like let's say you're just in a void, right? But you're on a surface, though, right? Then I would say the sun wouldn't set the way we see it in reality. It would set in a different way, where it would get smaller, and it would,
Are we talking about reality or no ammo?
Well, I'm just saying, depends on the context, though. But you said on a flat Earth, whatever, and I said, because you could have different flat Earths, right? You could have a flat Earth where you have the azimuthal grid of vision, which I don't think exists. You could have.
You don't need that for the sunset, bro. Okay, I'm not trying to talk to you about the sunset. It's oh my gosh.
Okay, I don't know why you're coming hot at me for. I'm like chilling here.
Well, because Arma, I can tell that you're like all like super confident and afraid to say that you think that this like definitively refutes the flat Earth and like humiliates flat Earthers,
No,
but
no, no,
it
no.
doesn't though.
I don't even have. I'm not even. Listen, all right. Am I paid NASA? All right. Am I coming in here, trying to constantly like put down flat earthers? No, I'm always chilling these chats. Trust me. All right.
No, you're not as bad. You're not as bad as Paid Nets. No.
I'm not as bad as anyone in general. I'm not a bad person. I come in here to just have discussions, and if I can, like a little bit of debate. But I mean, I'm not here
Well,
for
Armor,
like.
listen, man. The point I was making is that in your own little recap,
Mhm.
you said that if you assume that the sun is in an actual physical position exactly where you see it, well, that's ridiculous, right? Because that's not
Well,
what we think. So,
well, hold on. Hold on. That's a bit of. That's not exactly what I said. I said if the sun has a physical, like geometric position, all right. If it has an actual position.
wait. What is it? What is it? If it has one, or if it is the one that we're seeing?
Not the one that you're seeing, just if it has one in general, right? We can worry about, whether or not that could be like changed, due to refraction and whatnot. We can worry about that later, right? For now, if it just has a geometric position, right? If it has an actual position in 3D space, right? I'm saying that would be like impossible to have it then circling around in the south, unless there's some sort of like mirroring, or something like that, or some sort of like projection where the sun is like, whatever. But I digress though. If none of that's the case,
No, you mean like if the sun was in an apparent position?
I mean, sure. I don't know. The point I'm trying to get at is if we're just dealing with, a geometric position, right? It's circling in the north, right?
But we're not dealing with that. That's not our position.
Yeah, I know. I'm of course. I mean, you guys also have, and this is not to be offensive, but you guys also have like some of you guys. I don't want to generalize, obviously, but like some, in the flat Earth, community, there's like an azimuthal grid of vision, right? With that in general, that's just, of course, nothing's exactly where it should be.
In the globe model, there's an azimuthal grid of vision.
Yeah, but not the way that you guys describe. I mean, well, some people describe. Let me
What?
not generalize. Not the way that like
All right,
Shane describes it.
Arma, can you take a deep breath for me, bro? We're trying to figure out some stuff for observations and stuff. So we have access to something that we normally don't have, but we do
Right.
always have access to what you're doing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Hey, Witsit,
Sure.
so their thing's supposed to come from the southeast, correct? 135 degrees or so.
Yeah.
Rises in the east, sets in the west.
So what happens if it comes from the northeast?
Yeah, good question. Because I'm trying to say that the sun is not matching what they say.
Right. I mean, the way I'm looking at this live stream, dude, and the sun looks like it's peeking over the clouds a little bit, but it's like northeast or so.
It's an interesting one.
I'm not sure what if you could see that from your side over there.
I'm just like I'm setting up the P100.
The P9000. Anyway, back to the original topic though, to Basil. Yeah, that is basically, the point
That's
of
the
the
goal.
experiments. The what?
That's the goal of this trip, is to see the sun positioning.
Right. To see it circling in the south.
Hey Gio, did you see what I'm seeing in the live stream?
I'd have to go pull it up. Yeah, I got it here. Yeah, I was looking for the Google Maps link. I'll just go grab it again because I wanted to see like if we could line up. This TV red, you think that's where the camera is?
Yeah, for sure. I'm give you a link for the Google Earth as well here.
Kind of looks like it is southwest to me. I mean, I'm just looking at the Google Maps. You're looking at north, east, and then it's kind of, I'm just estimating though, going off the tilt of the shoreline there, or not the tilt, but just the direction of it. Because that
Yeah, so
shoreline is
Google North. You could reset to north, and then you could shift it to your, shift the heading to kind of line it up, and you can see that is definitely northeast.
Northeast. Okay, let me see. Well, hold on. So what are we dealing with?
I mean,
with
dude,
last-
that would be a huge issue for the globe if the sun didn't rise south of west and or south of east and south of west. That would be like huge, and anybody can test that. Anybody who lives in the southern, anyone in Australia. I mean, if you're saying that's the case, like that would be.
Yeah, like I sent you the link for Google Earth, and it's gonna put you right where that location is at, and then you could reset towards north. It's gonna point you north, and then you could just shift to where it lines up with that camera, and look at where the sun is rising. It's definitely northeast.
Oh, let's see.
Wouldn't the globe predict it rises a bit north of east from the southern hemisphere?
I think it's supposed to be
Southeast 138.
southeast.
South of east.
Well, that's in the northern hemisphere.
No,
Wait,
in the
hold on.
south. The south is north and north of east. The south is south of east.
Yeah, it's a little weird, but when you think about it for a second, it does make sense though.
What makes sense?
The setting and rising in the southeast or whatever.
Right.
Southeast and southwest. Wait a minute, let me think. So we go. Then as you backed up, it would go. Yeah, it should do that. Yeah, because I mean, as you approach the north, the south, then it would start to rise even more, and it would be like a ring around you. Interesting. But yeah, hold on. So
that direction will be 83 degrees.
83.
Yeah, 83, somewhat 69 degrees. Because if you hold the heading on the compass, it tells you the degrees you're facing.
Hold on, I'm not. Where? Wait, is it in the live stream right now where you're seeing like
Google Earth?
Yeah, Google Earth. But I mean, like the. Like, what are you comparing though? Like is there like? I'm confused. Are you comparing the live stream with the Google Earth?
I have a live stream from Sur TV, which you could. It's the and I put it where the TV red where the TV station is at, and I mashed it up to Google Earth, and facing it towards where the sun is actually. I think the sun is actually at where it looks like there's a sun overhead.
Let me see.
If you want, I'll share my screen.
Yeah, let me see this. I'll be the judge of this.
I'm at 12-foot observer height of a laser ring triangle.
Yep.
You can
12 feet.
completely see those freaking mountains. Has anyone been able to figure out? Hang on a minute.
Okay, elbow. Okay, so what are we looking at? Is the sun like? Is it high up now? Okay. Let me see. So let me compare that with Google Earth.
Here's Google Earth. Here's Google Earth.
Okay.
Yeah, I found it too. Yeah, that exact. Ooh, someone's echoing.
Echo. Yeah, it's not me. I heard myself. But also, elbow though. Here's the thing, though. Right? So okay, yeah, that is a bit northeast though. But I mean, the sun does end up northeast. Eventually in its path, though, right? So I mean, like, how high is the sun right now?
Yeah, no clue. We can't see it.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like you kind of have to. If it wasn't cloudy, you probably have a more concrete, observation. But it's a little here.
Yeah.
Right, well, we do have some crepuscular rays,
Oh.
and they are over in the southeast.
Interesting. Damn.
You say damn.
Yeah, no, damn, because I'm on Google Earth right now. I'm like the street view, whatever, and it's like it's also cloudy. Like in the street view. I imagine it's just what is it? Just like cloudy there often. Jeez Louise. It's so weird.
Interesting, man. It looks nice. Total difference when you're from your P9. That's your P900, right?
No, that's my iPhone.
Really? Oh, it must have been the daytime then. The day difference.
Hmm.
Looks way clearer for some reason.
Well, you know what? Let me see something. Might as well. Let me see. Do they have like a? There should be like a thing online, right, where you can see like once again from your guys' perspective, like supposedly the Earth from space, right? Like like the weather, whatever, the weather shit. I want to see what it looks like real fast. Like, because obviously it's cloudy over here in Punta Arenes, so I want to see if it matches that. Interesting. Oh shit. Zoom Earth. Never mind. Wait, nope, that was it. Oh shit. I think I found it.
But yeah, so you can see those mountains all warning from maybe like naked eye from like I guess 6 foot observer height. Liz could see him. She's shorter than me. Just standing on the beach. I don't know how far away they are, but it does look like those crepuscular rays converge on where they're claiming the sun is at this exact moment.
At this exact moment.
So I have sky view, so it just shows me immediately like where the globe claims the sun is.
Is it globe? Yeah, it's pretty cloudy over there. Holy shit.
The sun's like 105 degrees east if you track the crepuscular rays back.
I posted in audience text a diagram that I got a few years ago that helps me understand what the globe model would predict the sun would be doing from the southern hemisphere on the winter solstice, which I guess is actually the summer solstice.
Yeah, there you go. Look at it. It's like a. It's almost looks like a pail, like a little like what do you call that little handle on a pail, like a bucket. It's like flapping back and forth.
Here, I'm gonna repost it in the live stream one text. We use the live stream one text for the main VC stuff. The audience is kind of like a side chat for discussions that are off topic and whatnot. But yeah, I just reposted it. Exactly. Yeah, it shows the arc of the sun and how it ends up being a 24-hour on either side. Yeah, shows that the mirroring of the north and south.
Yeah, I could also show that in my 3D model that I made. Remember that one model I made? Remember that cool one I made?
Yeah, where you showed things cutting off from the bottom on Stellarium accurately.
Yeah, Solarium. You mean in Blender?
Yeah, I bet Blender. Yeah.
Oh, that's a different model, but no, there
Yeah, I know.
was there was
Blender, Stellarium, same difference.
yeah, they're all the same. Same difference.
No, I just misspoke.
I know. We're messing around. We're making fun. We do a bit of trolling.
I'm just being fun. I'm kind of new here.
Do a bit of trolling around here.
Nice to hear from people who are actually making the trip, though.
Yes.
Yeah, there are boats way out there too.
The boats. They floats. That's kind of crazy though. Like Punta Arenes or whatever. Like, how long is the day there? Isn't it like 27 hours? And like -3 night hours. It's a stupid math joke.
No. 7 hours
7
nighttime.
hours. I was close.
You were 115% off or something. What do you mean?
Well, there was, it's always gonna be a little bit of error, like give or take a few hours, give or take 7 hours. Well, technically 10 hours, because I said -3. Look at this. It says sun rises, sets south of. Oh, never mind. That's supposed to read it left to right. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, that's pretty good. Also, yeah, you're right. It's like a little bit. I can see the crepuscular rays now. I can see that. That's interesting. Yeah, they're like in front, in front of like the mountains. It's cool looking. This is a sign. I don't know what it means though. That just kind of sucked though that it's like cloudy that day, or this day. You know what I mean? Like over there. Well, it kind of is that day. I mean, it's nighttime here still.
Hey, does it line up with the app?
Yes. Where the sun looks like it is right now is where the sky view studies should be. So it's actually a little off.
Hmm.
What degree does it say it's supposed to be in?
I don't know. This is like merely a visual thing. Let me see if it says it.
Okay, okay.
There you go. You guys see it. You'll see the cardinal direction and where it's supposed to be wherever we see it. You can see it now.
Wait, is that okay? I was gonna joke around for a second, say that's a second sun. But what is that, like sun glare? What is that? Like a solar flare?
No, that's blending the actual view and then the sky view.
Oh, wait, what? Really?
You can use VR and blend it.
Oh. So then it's off then?
You know what sky view is?
I think so.
It's called Sky Guide, actually.
Oh. Yeah, that doesn't line up.
I wonder if anybody's ever tested it from that far south before.
What'd you say?
I said, I wonder if anybody's ever tested that app from that far south before.
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. Let me take this picture.
You remember Google Earth? Like if you drew a line around the South Pole, it would crash that whole app.
Yeah. You could also do it at the North Pole too.
Oh, could you?
Yep.
Yeah. Computers don't like it when you ask them to divide by 0.
I don't, because I remember trying it out, and the way it does it weird. But I think the idea is that like when you're drawing on it, right? Or not drawing on it, but when you're like trailing out like the whatever it is, right? You're measuring out the distance, whatever, right? You're like, I think you're doing it on like a like the Mercator map, like something like that. I think you're doing it on like an rectangular like projection version of that. I think because I noticed whenever you do like measure out the distance, whatever, it like kind of like wraps back around, whatever. Like it does like a weird little C shape, whatever. And like I forgot what I concluded exactly, but I just remember it doing it north and south. But yeah, also like what you said, like it's just like when you get like to the poles, whatever, it's like you're sort of like kind of like dividing by 0 in a way, I don't know. It's weird. But yeah.
If you're looking at it on a flat monitor, it's a projection.
Let me see. I gotta pull this up again though. I'm gonna try it again with the North Pole. Let me see. Google Earth. Let me try this out. Okay, so you could take the ruler out, and then go like this. Oh, interesting. I wonder if they fixed it. Oh, nope, they still haven't. Okay.
What's your latitude for where that picture was taken?
I think it's supposed to be 53.
I dropped the actual like maps, the Google Maps location. I don't really know what the left is.
Punta Arenes latitude. It is 53. I called it.
So 60 would be 2/3 of the way from the equator to the South Pole. So you still got a long flight to get to Antarctica.
Yep. Yeah, let me see. So it's from 53 to like roughly 80-ish. So 80 minus.
What's up,
50.
gang? What's up, gang?
Hold on, 80 minus 53. 53. Oh my gosh, what the fuck? 80 minus 53. 27. Okay, so that's 27 times by 69. Wait. Well, yeah, that works for latitude. It's
There, I dropped the longitude latitude.
so yeah, 1,863 miles. Divide that by the average airplane speed of around, let's say, 525. I'm pushing it up.
Mama, what are you doing right now?
Doing some math. Not math,
For what?
math.
What? It takes us 4 hours to get there. We leave
Yeah, there you
Saturday
go.
morning.
Yeah, 4 hours.
We're at 53 degrees. We're going to 80 degrees.
Yep.
You're just trying to do math of things we don't need.
No, because the other guy was
Can
saying
you
like,
calculate the dude? If you're in a math mood, can you do me a favor?
What's up?
Can you calculate the amount of dark matter in the coma cluster?
I have no idea.
Okay, that's some math I need help with.
And I don't deal with that physics, whatever. I'm like a computer guy at best.
That's not physics. It's math.
Okay, but
I guess you would call the equation physics if you wanted to.
I call it what?
Those corpuscular rays are pretty cool, though. Huh?
They are pretty cool. They're pretty crazy.
So
They're pretty fucking sick.
interesting.
What are you on, bro?
Look, I'm tired. All right. I mean, well, I'm not that tired though. But I've been studying.
Yeah, but you're all pepped up.
Let's listen. All right. Those tests.
Just listen, all right.
Those tests kicked my ass. All right. I mean, I did pretty good in the first two. The last one though was, I don't know. We'll see.
You
You're
failed.
like, Riggs, I do what I gotta do, okay?
Yeah,
Sometimes you need to take a bump, okay?
Yeah, take a bump.
College Adderall kicked your ass.
Take a bump. Go suck a lemon.
So is that a thermal camera in the video?
Yeah.
What do you see in that? I can't. It's hard for me to see the image. Like,
You can see the circle of the sun, but once when it's slightly behind, like when it's behind just a little bit of cloud, when it gets behind those real thick ones, it goes away. I was just showing that you can see the actual circle of the sun in a thermal camera.
Oh shit.
When you can't with the naked eye, but only when it's like a really thin cloud.
it says the sun is 108 degrees C.
Uh-oh.
That could boil water.
Oh, that's not. Yeah, that's what the fuck. Are we talking Celsius?
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I thought you have to boil. I thought it was 100. Isn't it like 0 for freezing, and then 100?
Yeah.
No, hold on. Yeah, and then 100 for boiling.
Yeah. 108's just boiling. So, round numbers.
And where'd you get the? Oh, the freaking 30. Yeah, okay. Oh, there you go then. Yep.
So you're starting not to be able to see the mountains. So the Globers would say, "Oh, look, proof glob. Can't really see those mountains. Proof glob."
The glob.
But
Yeah.
we've seen the mountains for 2.5 straight hours. Nope, never mind. Now it's the glob.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the prediction is supposed to be 24-hour mountain, but you only saw it for 2 hours. You said.
I can still see it, bro. Has anyone figured out what those mountains are based on my lat?
Well, I don't know, but
My longitude, really.
all I know is that mountains don't prove the shape of the earth. I don't know, I'm being dumb at this point. I'm just saying words. Oh,
That
man.
picture with the two suns, I'm thinking now, I wonder if it's the magnetic
Star Wars.
declination that's throwing off the phone's orientation.
Well, the compasses none of them have matched. So the whole time we've been here.
Well, yeah. Hold on. All jokes aside, though. So when you did that with the phone or whatnot, right? Is that like accounting for the same time as well? Like
What'd you say?
for the app is accounting for like it's doing the same time and everything. Like okay, it's like 5, 7, whatever time it is over there, right? Like
It's just 650.
650. So it's also matching the time and everything. I mean, I imagine it does.
What?
You would get the phone would
going
get
on?
the time from the cell phone company.
Probably okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's an interesting one.
You know what I know is that it's cold. My hands hurts.
My hands hurts. It hurts. That's how bad they hurt. Yeah, you gotta put an S.
You know what's really cool about here, dude, is like they yield for pedestrians, like no questions asked. Like everywhere, no matter where you walk, like everyone just immediately yields.
Because that's
Yeah, South
pretty cool.
American people are pretty friendly. from what I saw too in the jungle. Anyway, Peru.
Are you tempted to relocate down there, Witsit?
No.
Is it
I'll
like
stick with Florida, bro.
Is it the language barrier, or is it the temperature?
Both.
Fair enough. It's pretty chilly over there, isn't it?
Is this your first is this your first excursion into the southern regions, south of the equator?
Yep.
Nice.
Excursion. I will say, I've had dreams. Right? Where I was at the final experiment though, and the sun did do some weird shit. I was like, oh my fucking goodness, the Earth is flat. It blew my mind in my dream. I was like, oh my gosh. Then I woke up. I was like, okay, never mind. I guess it was just a dream though. But no, but for real though, those dreams are weird. They're trippy.
Yeah, dreams are trippy.
Yeah. No, because the sun was doing some weird shit. It was like kind of moving kind of fast. Then it was like kind of warping because I was like, oh shit, that's it. Like reflecting off the dome or some shit, And I was like, oh well, I guess it's not a globe, It was such a surreal experience.
Dreaming about flat Earth.
Yeah, no, it was like a one-time thing. I think it was around the time like it was like I don't know when exactly though, but it was like I think it was like maybe like a few months ago or whatever, because I was like, the final experiment is coming up soon, I was like, I wonder if they go there and the sun does some weird trippy shit, like what would that mean,
Well, I mean, from my perspective, staying in the sky for 24 hours is some weird trippy shit, but it happens apparently.
But yeah, it was weird though.
Oh
Being
shit!
born and
There's a
alive
Witsit
is
here.
trippy shit.
Goddamn.
Who's that?
I'm looking forward to all the apology letters we're all going to get.
What are the apology letters?
Who's going to apologize to you, Mel?
Yeah, man. Who?
All the ballers on the internet are gonna. Yeah, I'll give you my address so you can send me your apologies.
All right.
What are they apologizing for?
For just being very frustrating people over the years.
I'll apologize. It's my formal apology for being frustrating over the years, Mel. I'll save myself a stamp.
Thanks.
Oh wait.
I'll apologize too, but I get frustrated at least as much as anybody. So, I guess reason.
It's a lot. It's not just like, oh, my car tire's flat. It's like, oh, I've been lied to about where I live. I don't know what
That's
that means.
spooky. That's spooky. I got out this morning and my car tire was flat.
Oh shit!
No
coincidence.
joke. Oh Christ! We're in some sort of synergy, Mel. That's scary.
Well, it's a sign. If your tire wasn't round, that it was flat.
Oh yeah, that's it. A bit of it. Well, maybe I could look at it. A tiny bit of it was flat. Oh.
There you go.
And it goes on.
Something there.
Oh God, we live in such a stupid world.
Yo, Witsit, how has the trip been so far?
A lot long.
I bet.
Does Jeranism snore?
All the truths are being revealed. More to the point, does Jeranism hog the duvet?
I don't know what that is.
You know, I looked at the Jiren's stream just now, and like looking at the sunlight at midnight, that was kind of trippy.
The cover.
Did not know that's a thing. So the sky's just lit up at midnight. That's insane.
Yeah. All right, second, let's pick some food.
So, what is the number one leading evidence of flat Earth actually being undeniable? Does anybody have anything? Unequivocal. It cannot be denied.
It doesn't
You
feel
can't
like it's spinning to me.
can't measure curvature on water.
I think it's undoubtedly the black swan, despite the fact that, light bends.
Yes,
That's what
light
people
does.
want.
Yes,
Right,
light
Renee?
does indeed. Yes, does indeed bend. You're correct.
People are looking for certainty, definites, right, Renee?
Absolutely. We're not talking if, ands, or buts. We're talking unequivocal.
No bones about it.
Unequivocally, there is no measurement able to be made of 8 inches per mile squared across any body of ocean, showing there is no declination, no globe. That's unequivocal.
So that it's not Earth. Both the Earth curve and circumference have been unequivocally proven to be true.
That was the
We can-
case, none of
we
us
can
would be
measure
here.
it. We could measure it. You can.
That was the
You
case,
can
none of
measure
us
it.
would be here. No one would be
Exactly.
here if that was the case.
You can measure it yourself.
Well, hold on. Isn't
But-
that well?
But the question is, do you care to conduct these types of experiments or measurement?
Yeah,
Shall we
and is 8 inches per mile square the only type of curvature, that is allowed in this, in this discussion right now? Because there's other, curvatures that we could, that we could.
That
like,
is the
measure.
rate of declination for the circumference of the globe that is proposed.
It's
Well-
pretty close for things under 1,000 miles.
Well, let's all be honest with one another here. 8 inches per mile squared was dismissed long ago when it comes to determining, whether Earth is flat or not, or a globe, for that matter.
Who dismissed it?
People with a reasonable degree of intelligence.
It doesn't matter if they dismissed it. That's called cognitive dissonance. There's a proposed circumference of the globe. There is a radius given. With that radius, with that circumference, there is a proposed measurement of declination as that goes with any sphere. Any sphere circumference gives a rate of declination that is measurable unequivocally. And the fact that you cannot produce that measurement unequivocally shows that that sphere is not true.
Well, wait.
Well,
It doesn't
what-
mean that. It doesn't mean that. It doesn't necessarily mean that. It just means you can't use that as evidence or whatever. Because remember this, we still have the light bending thing.
If you take a basketball.
So what
and
do you say
have
when I've talked to professional surveyors and people who know what they're doing with surveying equipment, who say unequivocally they measure it all the time, they show up with data, they have their ducks in a row, their I's dotted. Like
I've talked to multiple surveyors that say the opposite.
Well,
Are we talking
I
about?
guess it's just his word
On
against the
Well,
other guy's word.
those surveyors are wrong.
There's surveyors on
Oh,
here
that's
every day that'll
convenient.
tell
They'll
you
have to
this.
fight in the Punta arenas. They'll have
So
to
it
fight.
comes to both sides. Oh, there's some here, there's some there.
No, we have
But-
surveys that come on here that say the opposite, that protest to the fact that that's even said.
Did they bring data?
Did you bring that up?
I think it's a one guy said, another guy said, he said, she said, surveyor said, situation.
If I were to mention one name, would anybody here know who he is and what discoveries he had discovered? And I'll just throw it out there:
Christopher Columbus.
Willebrod
It depends on the name.
Willebrod Snellius. Do you know who Willebrod Snellius is?
Why don't you tell us?
Yeah, who is this?
So none of you know. All right, I'm out of here.
Wait, no, wait, hold on, wait, who's
Don't do it to me, man.
What
Come
an
on.
exit! What?
Don't just leave us hanging.
Willebrod Snellius. Are you familiar with? Are you familiar
No,
with?
I'm not.
Are you familiar with Snell's law of refraction?
Yep.
Yes.
Same guy.
Oh shit! There was a guy named Snell.
Snell's
Snellius.
law.
Yeah, it would be his the guy's. Why do you call it Snell's law then? What the heck?
Because Snellius' law is harder.
That's his actual name. It's Willebrod Snellius.
Oh, Oh, okay, my bad. I forgot there was okay. That makes sense. Snellius.
Okay. What about him?
Willebrod Snellius.
The guy
Oh,
who said refraction's about media. Okay, go ahead.
Brilliant mathematician.
Commonly known as Snell, yeah. We just call him the Snell.
There are actually lunar features named after him.
And a bunch of Jesuits. Okay, go ahead.
Valles Snellius, which is actually a valley on the lunar surface, a crater named after him on the moon. So you guys evidently don't know anything about his experience and how he's able to
I'm reading his Wikipedia page right now.
determine both Earth's circumference and curvature.
Oh, how do you do that?
Using triangulation, of course.
Snellius came to his result by calculating the distances between a number of high points in the plain west and southwest of the Netherlands using triangulation. He built a large quadrant. He could accurately measure angles in tenths of degrees.
Brilliant
so he
guy.
calculated the circumference of the Earth within a few percent using this method.
What's that thing around his neck? I like that
Only
thing.
only 3.5% of an error, but that's okay.
Which is pretty close to Eratosthenes.
3.5%. 3.5% with an error in regards to what the proposed circumference is by the mainstream scientific community, which contains within it a rate that should be measurable in today's measurements. Like this is like again.
And yeah, we can get even more precise today with using today's technology, but everybody wants to hand wave that away.
No, I'm not hand waving away the proposed measurement. I'm saying the proposed measurement has a decreed, dictated rate of declination because there is a circumference. It has a rate of declination, and
that was
8
back
inches
then.
per
That's
mile
not now.
squared. 8 inches per mile squared is the rate of declination given. Yes.
Well, 8 inches per mile squared is essentially it's okay over relatively long distance, but over great distances.
Do you know how they got 8 inches per mile
Did you
squared?
did
It would be
did you
the
know
accuracy of
did you
Snell's
know that?
Yeah, I've seen the derivation.
Snell's
Did you
calculation of
did
the
you know that?
curvature, right? His proposed circumference is what gave a rate of declination.
Ah.
Did you know that 8 inches per mile squared over great distances becomes useless?
Yeah, that's not actually a circle or a sphere.
Yeah,
You
what
also
distance? What
okay.
distance is it not useful?
It
Thank you.
depends on the accuracy you need, but it's pretty good under 1,000 miles.
It's
Oh,
extremely good under 1,000 miles.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like almost exactly the same, and the part that it's
Over
off
great
helps
It's
the
like
globe,
distances
inches off.
becomes useless.
and it helps
see,
the globe actually. The curvature rate is a beneficial to like a observation in terms of a globe proponent.
Yeah, it gives the benefit towards your argument, which it
Well,
fails all the time.
so it's just a complete non-point to bring it up. Any type of contention with it is just a non-point, dude.
perhaps.
But it is a curve.
And what was the point then of him bringing it up?
Yeah, I don't know why
Sounds
anyone brought it
smart.
up.
They always try to sound smart with that one.
Yeah, they just want to try to like act like the flat earthers are
Um,
stupid or something.
I don't think
I'm glad
anyone
you
was
asked
doing that.
the
I think
distance
we're just
then. Well,
talking about the shape
no.
of the
It
earth.
was. They wanted to make it seem like, oh, you guys are doing it incorrectly because of distance, and that's why he brought up. Well, then what is the distance? And yeah, this is ridiculous.
Actually,
Well, I mean, hold on. 8 inches is it's fine, but like you also got to keep in mind it won't like predict like drop. You know, like in terms of like relative to the horizon, right? Because like obviously, you know, you have other calculators where you're like, you know, you raise your altitude and whatnot, and then you could like reveal more or whatever. So like 8 inches, yeah, it technically is the case, but like it doesn't really tell you much. You're gonna have to use an actual Earth curve calculator to get more accurate.
The only thing I've
predictions.
ever heard bring up the 8 inches per mile squared is in the context of a flat Earth discussion. Like, I think if you're going to actually cite radio towers or something like that, you would use a professional surveyor and actual, survey math, that probably application to do it.
It's the globe math, bro.
8 inches per mile squared is not a globe. That is an approximation.
Oh my god, we just looped right back to the stupid bro.
Witsit, can I ask? Witsit, can I ask you a fair question?
Yeah.
This is a fair question. Why is the solar analemma in the northern in North America compared to Australia? Why is the solar analemma flipped?
Why is it flipped?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Why is it not symmetrical?
Why is the figure eight flipped?
What does flipped mean? If you flipped a figure eight, it'd be the same.
That means it's smaller at the top and larger at the bottom.
That's not what flipped means.
A figure eight. A figure eight.
Analemma is a human invention. It is
you know
not
what
natural.
you know what
I corrected you and said asymmetrical.
Witsit. Hold on.
Why are you acting like you're teaching me and you used wrong?
You know what?
Language
You know
wrong.
you know the difference between large and small, correct?
Yeah, you used the wrong word.
You understand the difference between large and small. Okay.
Why are you trying to like be condescending to me when you couldn't even use the right word?
You don't even.
You don't even it like in a colloquial sense, like flipped. Come on, I mean, we're picking.
I'm not gonna yell. I'm eating food in a lobby of a hotel, buddy. Okay, so if you're gonna pretend to be engaging with me, what you're not gonna do is try to talk down to me, and you're not gonna interrupt me, or I'm just not gonna engage with you.
Is that Punta Arenes food?
Yeah, it's pretty good. The eggs are good there.
So you have no explanation, is what you're saying.
What I said was that I'm not going to engage with you if you think that you can talk down to me and interrupt me. And then you said I have no explanation. No, you asked me why the analemma was flipped. That is ignorant. And I told you mean asymmetrical. And then you just kept saying flipped. Now you're saying, do you know the difference in bigger and smaller? So you mean why is it asymmetrical? Is that your question?
You have no answer, do you?
I think
hold
his
on.
question is why is it asymmetrical in one way in the northern hemisphere and apparently asymmetrical the upside down way in the southern hemisphere?
Yeah, it's
And
not.
Did I explain that right?
Because the small loop is always at the Tropic of Cancer and the large loop is always at the Tropic of Capricorn. So if you're looking at it from one angle,
Why?
it's going to be flipped because you're looking at it from the other side. But the small side is always at the Tropic of Cancer and the large loop is at the Tropic of Capricorn.
Why?
Because you're looking at it from a different position. Like you put a 6 on your
Yeah.
ceiling, looks like a 6. You walk to the other side, looks like a 9. You're just seeing it from the other perspective.
Because Earth is a globe.
Oh my gosh. Is it like did you hear what Gio said?
Is he
Don't
still here?
ruin his
Oh,
breakfast.
so Renee, enemy, did that answer your question?
Yeah. Hey, did you understand what Gio said?
He's 69.
Wait, time out. Hey, Renee, did you understand what Gio said?
Another bad faith actor.
Yeah, where'd all that energy go?
Come on, guys. I don't think he's bad
go ahead
faith.
and
I think
start
he's just
along.
not used to
Go
Discord
ahead and-
communication.
No,
ahead
he's
and start-
intentionally being bad faith. He's literally like trying to say, "Oh, you can't explain it and nail over people. We're not engaging in good faith."
You
And watch,
can
he'll do it right
no,
now. He'll do it right now.
No.
Renee, did you understand what Gio
Explain
said?
it.
Are
Did
you
you understand what
drinking?
Gio said?
It was nonsense. Go
Are
ahead.
you
Go
Okay,
ahead.
can
drinking,
you wait?
Renee?
Watch. That's
Now
previous
you go
acting in
ahead.
bad faith. The other
Witsit.
person was saying he wasn't. Okay, watch. Renee, can you
Witsit.
repeat? Wait, time out. You said that Gio's explanation was nonsense. Can you still man it and repeat it, please?
Explain why the analemma is flipped.
Can you still man Gio's answer since you claimed it was nonsense?
Don't care to.
So you
Explain to
couldn't
me
do it
why.
if someone offered you money right now. You couldn't
Ex-
even repeat it.
explain to me, Witsit. You're so intelligent. Why is the analemma flipped?
Gio just answered your question. Did you hear him?
It was nonsense.
Okay,
Explain
why
to
was it
me.
not? What was wrong? How can you claim Gio's explanation was nonsense if you don't even know what it was?
Because he's claiming magic. He's
He didn't
claiming
claim
wizardry.
that. Who was
He's
the person
claiming
that said he
he's
wasn't a bad? Wait. Who's
he's
the?
claiming wizardry.
Okay, stop interrupting, please. Who was the? Stop interrupting, please.
No.
Who was? Okay, who's the person that claimed this guy wasn't a bad actor again?
That was
Yeah,
my
who was
guess.
that? Okay,
That was
so
me.
it's proven that he is now to you.
Not yet, but I have a lot of faith in people.
I wouldn't say
we'll see.
bad,
So
maybe a little
the guy saying that's
antagonistic.
clearly a Glober, right? That's the only way anyone would try to pretend that guy wasn't being overtly bad faith.
Perhaps. I prefer to err on the side of believing in the good in people.
Okay, do you think? Oh, wait, no one said he was a bad person. We said that he's a bad actor right now. Like he's acting in bad faith.
Take his age into account.
I think he's trying to come in and win an argument with flat earthers, and he is unprepared. And this is a thing that we have all seen happen many, many times.
I think this is something we're going to experience a whole lot with it when this gets out, because people are going to believe that just like they did with you on Timcast, they're going to believe that you're unintelligent or that you're just like, you have this fake light around you. And then when they encounter the knowledge, they realize they don't have much to say about it because we're giving them real, unequivocal facts. And so they kind of get stuck. You know what I mean? So it's almost like dealing with a child.
Yeah. Yeah. It just sad. It's ridiculous. It's like, because ironic, like kind of making fun of the flat earther for that big home run question of yours about the analemma, and like kind of like making fun of how like they're so stupid they don't understand it. It's kind of ironic, right? When the principle and concept that Gio just outlined for you is extremely simple, and that you didn't know that, you hadn't thought about that. So
Witsit.
it's always better to maybe be like try and be like respectful right? And maybe people won't feel the need to like put you in your place at all.
What?
Which
You weren't respectful
would
with me
you
earlier.
would you care to go again?
Yes, Geo's explanation is perfectly sufficient.
Oh, let's. We can always go to another subject.
Well, hold on. Now I got a little beef with Witsit. Now, who are you to say we're being respectful, or whatever? You were a little mean with me earlier, don't you think?
Because you commandeered an entire conversation with just like nonsense.
No, I didn't. Then freaking Basil was all like, "What's this experiment about?" And then I explained it, and then you came on my. Never mind. Let me not finish the sentence. You got on me. Like, what the fuck?
Dude, what? We all sat here and let you just go on for like 5 consecutive minutes.
Yeah, and then you came in hot, and you were like, "Bro, like you were making fun of me. You were making fun of me."
All right, Armor, thank you, and then you just kept going.
No, you mocked my whole thing. You know, when I say like a lot,
Well,
like, come on.
Well, yeah, kind of, but really the point that I was making was that you contradicted yourself and you gave the answer to the thing you were claiming didn't have an answer. I thought it was funny. You were saying that it would debunk the A map, and then you turned around and said you have to assume that the observation of the sun is in its actual position. So you like
Right.
debunked your own claim.
No, I didn't debunk my claim. I was just saying it debunks the AE map, right? With
No,
you know,
no, it doesn't.
Hold on, it debunks the AE model with a sun with a physical 3-dimensional position.
No.
All right.
No. If where the sun is observed is its actual location.
No, 3-dimensional position, right? Because you have to claim some other thing to have it appear in the south or whatever, right? That would have to be like some crazy like light bending, and it was sort of inferred that that there was none of that in the models that I was referring to.
Okay. See, this is my point, right? So no one was making fun. You just aren't understanding, and I was pointing out you didn't understand. So
No, you were making fun of me. Don't even try to.
you currently
don't
understand it again. You know.
No, you were making fun of me, and you also were coming in hot. All right, I'm just saying that you shouldn't be the one talking about respect. All right, I'm just saying.
Well, we were all like, looking at the sunrise, looking up all the data and stuff like that. I went upstairs just to like grab the camera. Next thing I know,
I was just talking.
Anyway.
That's the next thing you know. I was just talking. Like every time I say anything, you just want to
Dude, he's by far one of the more respectable debaters
like come at me. Like it's just,
in this space.
Relax.
So
I'd like to talk about analemmas. This is drama.
well, I would like for someone to acknowledge Geo's point and interact with it in good faith.
I would love to.
Yeah, please do. Please help Renee out.
Okay, so Renee, what I heard Geo saying was that the answer was now correct me if I got this backwards. The south end of the small end of the analemma was attached somehow to the Tropic of Cancer, and the big end was attached to the Tropic of Capricorn, and that's why they appeared upside down in the different hemisphere. Did I get that right, Geo?
Somewhat, yeah.
Or did I could have got it backwards?
No, I mean, just the wording of it, I guess. Just a little bit different.
They're split because Earth is a globe.
Okay, but see, now you have two claims, right? You have Geo claiming you see it this way because it's attached this way. There's a certain geometry to it. And what you are doing is, Renee, is just reasserting, the classic begging the question, right? You're presuming the consequence. You're just reasserting your claim that Earth is a globe without actually explaining why this observation supports your claim.
Okay, so we could actually go a different way. Okay, let's forget about analemmas for a moment. Witsit, I suppose you're still there. Am I correct?
We're not going to forget about the analemma until you can acknowledge in good faith, because if you don't acknowledge that your initial claim was
I've already proved my point that I'm
Hold
correct.
up, bro. Hold
But
up.
anyway,
hold on. You're interrupting. The thing is you did like a bad faith tactic on that one. So why would we want to engage with you further?
Exactly.
Why? Because I already proved that I'm correct.
You didn't prove anything. You didn't prove anything.
There's
I think
no other
Witsit
way that
said
you could have
he talks about
analemmas in
Analemma.
such a manner
Renee,
unless Earth is indeed a globe. So
Renee,
Witsit,
will you accept a counter question about the Analemmas from Witsit? This is good faith discussion here.
Sigma Octantis. Let's go there. Witsit, shall we? Sigma Octantis versus Polaris. Let's go there. Some of you, many of you probably here don't even know what Sigma Octantis is.
Don't be condescending, Renee.
I know Witsit.
You're probably right, but don't be condescending.
I'm sorry. But anyway, Witsit. Anyway, Witsit. Why is Sigma
Renee.
Octantis only visible in Australia?
Just stop.
And Polaris is only visible in North America, and vice versa.
Okay, first of all,
please explain that.
First of all, don't interrupt me, please. First of all, Sigma Octantis isn't even visible. It's like you have to use allegedly special telescopes to even see it. Secondly, in your own paradigm, it isn't only visible from Australia. Thirdly, Polaris isn't only visible from North America. And fourthly, but most important, I'm not going to engage with another point when you made an original claim that the analemma in its asymmetry is exclusive to a globe Earth without even articulating the fact that you understand why it's claimed to do that on the globe in the first place, and with you just hand-wave dismissing Geo's explanation as to why it occurs and is no problem for a flat Earth. The reason that we're not just going to skate past that is because when someone engages in good faith and takes the time and energy to actually explain something that we consider to be extremely simple and old news, and you just ignore it, it is very disrespectful. Okay, no one's going to run around like you own them or we have to comply to whatever you decide that we do, or we're like little puppets or something. So we'd like to recalibrate and try and use some respect and respond with specificity to the request you had that Geo fulfilled. And then maybe we can move forward on a new note. Otherwise, I'm disinterested.
Okay, so Witsit, you still stand by the viewpoint that the NASA Super Guppy can fly zero-G flight maneuvers?
Oh my gosh, we're moving on.
Is this stuff for real?
That's it. We're done.
Yeah,
It's like a movie.
It's like the bad faith lily hopping train there.
Yeah. And then he says we don't know what Cygnus Octantis is. Like, really, dude? You're in the wrong saloon, partner.
Just lily pad hopping from one thing to the other and just leaving a trail of just bad faith stench behind.
Yeah, Renee, like there are a lot of servers, including this one, where people will love to talk with you about the shape of the Earth. And this is probably not the one right now to try to do this if it's your first time having this conversation. But if you join participate in these conversations and do more listening than talking, like me, you might learn a few things that you were surprised to learn about even your own model.
Well, he's only been on Gem Panda server for 5 years, so I'm sure it's his first rodeo.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I could tell he wasn't new because he was bringing up like these specific things about me, like a comment I made in passing about the super guppy, which really was Jaren's idea like 2 years ago. I'm like, yikes! You got these ideas cataloged. That's why he's running through them. He's got like a list of gotchas he's trying to land. But I think it would be cool and fruitful, right? If like, you can see how it comes across super disingenuous and bad faith. If like you're claiming, and maybe you really believe that the analemma doesn't work on a flat Earth, there was a problem for a flat Earth or whatever. But then once it was explained, if you're acting in good faith, right, and just want to know the truth, you would retire that argument because it is not accurate. If you just keep saying it from this day forward, that's a really bad look. Like it's a bad look for your side. Like it actually deters people away from your side.
Oh, he'll keep saying it. Count on that.
Of course. But like I was curious, like because it was funny. I jumped in earlier too, and I was like, I asked why it was asymmetrical. So like why is the analemma asymmetrical? How come everything is asymmetrical on the Earth? Like if the Earth is a sphere, right, we should expect symmetry all the time. But like why is everything always asymmetrical? Why is the South always so different than the North?
It's pear-shaped.
Well, it's not that pear-shaped.
I'd be trolling.
Like I mean, you would think like prediction to stuff would be super easy on the globe. You would just know whatever happens in the North and just that same thing happens on the South.
It's pretty close though, isn't it?
Mm-mm. No, I mean, it depends on what we got to bring up specific things, right? But like, for example, the magnetic field, it's totally different in the
True.
South.
True.
I was gonna say, like, when did compasses start wigging out down there?
Yeah, I don't know. 'Cause I didn't even use them until we got here, but they're just acting crazy every type that we have.
What do you mean? They just
Why are they acting crazy?
they're
Because the
different
phone?
to each other, or
No, not just because of the phone. Like we even used a southern compass this morning. Like, oh, so it's back weighted. The needle's back weighted. Just acting super wonky. And then the two phones were saying different things. Two iPhones were saying different readings for the compass. And then we have just like a regular, mechanical compass. And none of the readings are matching, and it's not just because of a phone.
so what? The compass wasn't matching the phone.
Mm-mm. And then the GPS was also not matching.
Really? How far was it off?
GPS was popping around all over the place. So the mechanical compass, I think, was about maybe like 20 degrees off of my iPhone. So I'm actually going to look and see if maybe I can get a couple more somewhere nearby, but I doubt it.
That raises a question I hadn't thought of before: is how do phones, when they have their compass and their orientation, how do they compensate when you change locations and there's a different magnetic field declination and stuff? Like, will it
Yeah, so
eventually
they
sync up?
used supposedly it does, right? Like so it uses GPS and makes like the needed corrections. And you also know, of course, the declination is like always changing over time. So
Are you
yeah, I
using
guess
a
like the
SIM
iPhone in
card
theory should be
for?
the best.
Do you have a SIM card for the local telephone company, or are you just using Wi-Fi?
I'm currently on Wi-Fi, but I got my data. I'm just using my data. Like, Verizon messaged me and said I have some like travel pass.
Oh, watch out. They used to like really jack up your rates when you would travel internationally. So check your bill
Yeah.
when you get home to make sure that they didn't bump you to some higher plan.
No, they charge you $12 a day. Every day you use it, it's $12.
Yeah, but I actually got a
Could be
mess
worse.
as soon as I landed. As soon as I landed in Chile, I got a text from Verizon that said that I had 12 free days.
Oh, nice.
So I have a travel pass, 12 free days, 5 GB high speed, unlimited 3G afterwards for 12 days.
I bet if you go and you fly a circle around Antarctica and come home, it'll crash their computers.
So in terms of the compass, like anyone who's just like lost in Punta Arenas and they have a compass, it's just not going to help them. They're just not going to. They're not going to be able to find their way.
Well, I mean, the iPhone compass, it does seem to be like the more quote unquote reliable according to what they're saying and how they have it mapped. But that makes sense, right? Because if it's making corrections And then you have like say Google Map that's all based on the current corrections. And now this is what's also funny. Like, how do they know, bro? Wait, has anyone looked this up? Let me look it up right now. Like what the declination is here.
Yeah.
I just want to say this is a really refreshing discussion from a lot of the flat Earth discussions I've had, where like at least somebody involved in the discussion is getting off the couch and going and doing something and looking at it.
I like my couch.
Me too.
So it says officially that it's like 12 degrees off. Positive 12 degrees. But what's so interesting, right, is like if you see the sun rise in the same general area every day, well, the model has a claim as to where that should be happening. So you can move that declination correction around as needed. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with all the declination and true north, and not really my understanding with it.
Well, in the north, it's a little easier. For example, you can use Polaris, and that you can use Polaris to get your geographic north, then pull a compass out, and it'll point north, and they will not match up, right? And then you can like use a sextant in like this real mechanical way to get the degree difference between geographic and magnetic north, and that'll be your declination for that area. But in the south, obviously, you can't see Polaris. So it gets much trickier to independently verify declination in the south.
Do you think it'll be clear enough that you'll be able to see the night sky and see the stars apparently rotating in a clockwise direction around Sigma Octantis, which you won't see, as you pointed out?
So I thought about doing a time lapse tonight. Like, last night we found out it stays pretty lit up in the relatively southern direction until like 1:30 in the morning. And then the sun rises at like 5.
I'm curious if you're going to get any darkness on the way over there.
Oh, we should be leaving like Saturday during the day, I think, or Saturday morning. Yeah, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen? Has anyone looked for the like at the magnetic declination for Union Glacier?
Was that magnetic declination for Union Glacier? Is that what you said?
It says it's
Yeah.
180 degrees west. It says the compass needle at Union Glacier would point almost directly south due to extreme magnetic anomaly in the region.
This
It
one
says
says
Okay.
approximately 150 degrees east.
That's crazy.
Okay, but think about this. We're supposed to go down here and try and like figure out what we view in the southern sky. So what I mean, so if our
How do
compass
you
is gonna
even know
say
if
it's
you're
set,
facing what? Facing
that's
south.
what I'm saying. Like, so according to what Gio said, like if we go to Antarctica on Saturday, we want to make observations in the southern sky. We'll pull out the compass. So that would mean the compass will be saying north, and that's actually exactly south. That would be 180 degrees declination.
Is anyone bringing a ring laser gyro?
No, I wish, bro.
That could tell
Wish
you
we could have brought way more stuff. But
geographic. Yeah.
well, it would have been interesting to see. Yeah, just to see what it does there, what weight distribution does there. But
Sextant, like does anybody know celestial navigation really well? That they could find that north-south axis without a compass?
no, but are you saying using the sun?
The stars.
Yes. Can't see the stars.
Oh, right, because it's 24-hour sun.
Or at least sunlight, yeah.
So you should have done that 6 months ago. Planned ahead. I don't know. Maybe somebody down there will know the direction that south and north is.
We might see
Well, yeah, they
Sirius.
obviously. Maybe that's true. They obviously have a claim which way south is. But what I'm saying
Isn't this
is,
what
if
it
their
said
claim
last
is
time
something
though?
like 180-degree different than, like, I mean, that's what I'm saying is, if say the globe model claims the sun should be in a certain direction, they're gonna just correct the directions based on where it would have to be if the model was correct. That makes sense. So it's like self-defeating in terms of trying to figure out what is actually happening.
Well, my understanding is you should be going to a place where you see the sun circle 360 degrees around on the winter solstice day. So the direction maybe isn't so important if you can see that happening. Do
Well,
you
that's why
agree?
we're going. Well, yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we agreed to go, is that it doesn't, like, the fact we won't be able to definitively determine cardinal direction isn't like a deal breaker that nullifies any benefit to the observation. Like, but I'm still just making the point. Like, how could we verify that it's doing what it's supposed to be doing in the southern sky? You literally can't. This is another thing, right? Everyone's like, okay, well, I'll say like on the AE, you shouldn't see people will say like you shouldn't see the sun in the south at all. Well, that's kind of under the assumption that the sun goes in front of you. From your position in Antarctica, the sun would go in front of you, right? Interior of you. But like, what if that's not the case? Yeah. What if it actually goes kind of over Antarctica?
Yeah, if you have the sun directly overhead on December 21st in Antarctica, something would be wrong. Because that should only happen in the tropics.
Well, there's a lot of things that would like something could be wrong, like the actual elevation angle itself. Doesn't it really can't deviate. It's a very specific, yeah, like inclination angle, elevation angle. That's supposed to be also like a regular spot of the star. If you
Wouldn't
can
it
see
be full
Sirius,
sun?
it has to be in a very specific location according to the claimed location, the longitude, latitude on the globe.
Wouldn't
That's
you
like that. You
expect
guys could
the
have brought
sun to
$100
rival?
pounds of equipment and couldn't do that because we didn't call and verify it if two bags can go. I mean, when I went to Europe, I had 2 suitcases. We couldn't have verified that. Like that's we were talking about we need equipment. We need equipment. So the fact that we didn't even try to bring anything because we didn't have the weight or verify that, that's 100 pounds of equipment.
No,
2
okay.
people could have brought.
Wasn't that we didn't try to verify it. We specifically called and asked multiple times, and even asked about like if there was any way to do it. We were told they charge $35 per pound, and then when we get here, they talked to her and said that she agreed to let them bring an extra bag up to 50 pounds per person. It's like, oh, now that no one has it. Oh,
Yeah.
although, you know, what's funny is
Does Duffy have that ability and we didn't know that, but he hasn't, and he was able to bring equipment and shit for himself and all the production crew they're going. They have all the shit they need, but we don't.
I think the only person that's going to have anything extra is the flat earther documentarian guy, who is, by the way, for sure a flat earther. Like we hung out with them last night. You know, there's another group going to Antarctica, and they're actually all in the lobby right now. They're going today, and like they fly out today, and they're running a marathon. Isn't that a trip? And yo, Gio, are you in here?
Yeah.
Check this out. So one of the guys here, right, he says he's also run a marathon like at the quote unquote North Pole. And what they do is like they apparently they fly you over, and then two guys jump out of the plane and parachute down to then guide and land the plane.
Really?
Isn't that wild?
They got to check for alligators on the runway.
That's fucking nuts.
Isn't that so cool? That's cool to me, bro. Like that is like a freaking James Bond movie or something.
For real.
Like, dude, they fly over there. Two guys jump out, parachute down to the ground, then set up so where they can guide the plane into land. And they get out and they run a marathon.
Wow. That's pretty cool. It reminds me of like when they have those huge ships, but then they have like a small little tender boat that goes in front and it like goes back and forth, like it keeps sweeping in front of the huge boat, you know, so that it can like make sure it's not going to run into anything. But it reminds me of that. But in that case, it's like skydivers going down. That's crazy. It's like, yo, we need some direction where to land. Yeah, just jump out, just jump out and parachute down there, and that's crazy.
Are you trying to say that there's like a surprise visit from JT, our president? He's going to be running the marathon down there.
Yeah, that's what everyone was talking about. Like, yo, JT needs to come here and go with this group. I'm like, dude, we're sitting here. You can, you know, I've talked to quite a few of the people. Like, they're actually just gonna go run in Antarctica. It's just interesting. Yeah, they're all in the lobby. Oh, by the way, apparently it's an option. I can get in one of those small little planes and they can take me up. They can take us up while we're there over some of the mountain. You guys think I should do that?
Yeah, that's pretty legit.
Dude, that'd be sweet. Is that like is that like an extra thing or is that included?
It's included.
Definitely do it.
Nice, dude. That would be awesome. You get footage from up there, infrared, long range infrared from an airplane. Dude, Jay Tolan will be proud. That'd be awesome if you could do that.
Because we always have to balance it out, right? Because it's like I guess we got to make sure we accomplish the primary goal. So, like, I think basically what they, I guess, said to Liz was they set up that side little camp and they're planning for it to be like tentatively a day for us to go over there, make the observation, and then come back to the main camp. I'm like, damn, you guys are that confident? Or, you know, like the first day we're going to go, like, I don't know. But so obviously, if we don't, then the idea is that we just keep extending it. And that's just because, again, they don't want us by all the other guests coming out and talking and stuff during quiet hours.
Kansas went on vacation. Let's get to wrap it up for the
What?
day. The Kansas vacation, that's why he wants you to wrap it up for the day. They can get back to I was
Try that again. Yeah, dude, your mic is like a loose wire, just going in and out.
All right.
Try again, Ben. Pretty please.
I thought he was hot, Mike.
Come on, Ben. Give it to us.
Oh, it wasn't anything that important. Y'all don't have to wait. I was just saying they wanted to wrap it up in a day so they can get back to doing nothing and take a vacation.
There you go. Yeah, Gio said your mic sound hot, so we wanted to hear what you had to say.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I think like they have a whole itinerary, right? And we're kind of bucking the system because we want to go down there for one specific reason. So it kind of makes sense. But usually when people book the trip, like ALE is gonna give them an experience. You know, so you get to pick. Like, do you want to do skydiving? Do you want to go skiing? Do you want to do the quote unquote experience? They do a bit of everything. Not everything, but just different things. One of the things is that you get on these little planes and they take you up. Go look out. I think that would be dope.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool too. I would definitely do that.
Must be nice to have that kind of money, you know. Travel agencies setting you up with cool experiences anywhere.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't do it, you know. Just like stay inside and like play on your phone.
Stare at the walls. Make sure you don't enjoy your trip.
Stay nice and warm, you know.
Now, I think that I think the adapter for my mount for the T900 broke on the way here. So I need to try to find an adapter, like a mount adapter.
Duct tape.
Lens support.
Duct tape.
Well, and the P900 is already kind of off. The mount is off center, so like it's already got some weight distribution problems. Yeah, that sucks. Maybe somebody there will have like an extra they're not using because sometimes they're pretty universal.
I mean, they do have tripods for sale near me, according to people.
Yeah, yeah, you could probably find one there for cheap, actually. Yeah, get
Do
one
they
there.
have JB Weld?
Not worth, dude. You can buy a real cheap one if they sell them there.
I guarantee you.
And really, I just need an adapter.
No.
Well, no, actually, I don't because all of them are different, right?
Just
So
buy the.
yeah, so I spent $240 on that freaking tripod, bro.
Buy the mount and then return it when you get back to Punta Arenes. There you go. Tell them you're borrowing it. They might have a photography place that does rentals because it's a vacation spot.
Well, yeah, but dude, this place is not like that. Like,
oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I'm wondering. So if anyone thinks of stuff that I should try to find or grab at a store, probably should have gone back to sleep. So,
You've been up all night?
well, no, but I only slept for 3 hours. So.
Oh, okay.
And that was after, obviously, I pulled an all-nighter, didn't travel for 24 straight hours, and was only able to sleep a few hours on the plane. It was like crazy turbulence. And then came here, it's like bright outside our window. And there's like a light until 1:30 in the morning. and then the sun wakes me up at like 4:30 this morning.
Damn.
Yeah, then I went outside and started documenting stuff and jumped on here. And now it's been 3.5 hours. And I've drank 4 coffees.
Appreciate your sacrifice, man. That was tough.
Yeah. No, sorry. I'm trying to figure out the internet situation because I know a lot of people want me to stream. They were trying to tell me the internet wouldn't work, but I found out that the Wi-Fi, it just has like, there are just like 8 different networks based on where you are and what floor you're on and what part of the floor you're on. So they were like, my experience is that you keep getting disconnected and dropping. I'm like, yeah, because you probably like connected to the lobby and then went up to the 6th floor. You know, we may actually, yeah, Wi-Fi may be fine. And I can do a stream. See.
So what is it like in Punta right now? Like, is it more of like, is it like a rundown town? Is it like a vacation town? Like, what does it look like there? Curious.
And it's pretty run down. A lot of graffiti all around us. And special.
Interesting.
Yeah, South
Well-
America is pretty wild, like literally. I remember
Well,
getting up. Sorry. I was just gonna say real quick. I just remember getting up in like 4:30 in the morning to catch a plane back to Australia. And there were about 50 dogs on the, like a gang of dogs, just like they just run the streets at night.
Yeah. Yeah, they told us about that, and they told us to like not pet any of them or whatever.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
You see every type of dog, like big ones, little, and they're all chilling together in a pack. Funny.
All right, so it's about 6 a.m. East Coast.
Yeah.
No one's gonna want to watch your stream for like several hours, bro. If you want to go take a nap, I know Lisbeth is gonna take a nap. Then when you wake up, you'll be fresh. Everyone's ready to watch your stuff. Dude, I know you've been not getting sleep.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
yeah.
probably will take a nap in a sec.
Yeah.
But I had to stay a bit out of the room because Jaron was still sleeping, so I didn't want to like, talk in here or do anything.
Just turn the phone off. Close the blinds. Knock out.
Yep. Like, do not disturb.
For real, man. Get your rest,
3
bro.
hours.
We don't want you getting sick or like just not being on game, Take care of yourself.
For real, bro. You don't want to feel like death the whole time you're in Antarctica.
Damn, that is a long flight.
Like you said,
Good Lord, 24-hour flight? And then how long is the next one? Anyone know?
I think it's 5 hours.
Oh, okay. That's still, not nothing.
Yeah. Almost 30 hours flying. I think that's what it is.
They're not going to want to get on that 5-hour plane after the 24-hour plane because after you even do 8 hours on a plane, you're kind of done.
Mm-hmm.
Let alone any more than that. Really, you're not on that planet. You just need to get it over with.
I think Stacy is AI. Sounds like a robot.
I agree.
Again.
Bleep bloop 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 bleep bloop.
She sounds like
One
a
of the
human to
new.
me.
It's one of the new versions of Gemini.
It's a new version.
So,
Oh, what features does this one have?
have you seen the new Gemini commercials?
Nope, I don't have TV.
It sounds like you're talking to a human being. Like,
No thanks.
and yeah, exactly. And like having like straight up conversations. It'll greet other people if they come in the room to it and stuff like that. Like it's on Google's new Pixel phone. It's their new AI program. It sounds creepy as hell, bro. Like you really can't distinguish from what it looks like. They're having the commercial, they're having people like laying in bed, having conversations to it, talking about their dreams and like, yeah, weird. Super weird.
Welcome to the future. It ain't going away.
Not my future. You can
It
have
only
Go
gets
to-
weirder from here.
They're gonna put all the people that like it in those small cities. So little 15-minute cities. They can enjoy it all they want.
Resistance is futile.
Said nobody who resisted ever.
Yeah, I was just hearing Gemini thing days ago. Sitting here with her man, and they're using, and he answered him back with like, "What's up?" What's that?
Bro, your
Was
internet
that
is
person?
Stacy, sounds
My
like
internet's
I
whack
did
right
earlier.
now.
Sounds
Bro,
worse than I
Stacy,
did earlier.
you got to go to Chile, Stace. Your internet sucks.
Yes, everyone switched their server to Antarctica. What's going on?
We got to get you a 12-day pass, dog.
Yo, I already used my 5G up. I'm already on 3G on one of my phones.
All that streaming last night.
You need your booster shot.
Is it just whack? Whack. How are you going to talk about booster shots when I come back in, though? That's weird.
Your 5G was running low.
Oh, I get it now. Boost it. I wasn't near Gemini at all because they were using it back and forth, and she was trying to tell him about Mandela effect. They were trying to go about like Shazam back and forth as I was cooking, and I had to correct Gemini. I said out loud, "Wait a minute, Gemini, didn't you just say that was Shaquille O'Neal and not Sinbad?" And she, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got my lines cross-wired there. I meant Shaquille O'Neal." Like, listen, and Gemini shit is full of crap.
There's nothing worse than a computer that just is wrong or lies, 20% of the
Right.
time or something. It's
It
almost
just
worse.
let us
It's
off
better if
the
it
ship.
lies all the time than be right,
Yeah.
4 out of 5 times.
Bro, what is this Gemini thing? Is like a sex robot or what?
No, it's just like Siri, or you speak
It's
to it on your
Gemini.
phone and
No, it's
whatnot.
not. Gemini is the old. Gemini is the old AI. It's Gemini Live, the one that they
Yeah.
just dropped. Gemini is the old version.
I mean,
it's
is it
alive
like
now, huh?
Microsoft or like who?
Google,
Google.
right?
Oh, it's a Google one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, like basically it's like instantaneous like communication. It has voice recognition, so it knows who it's
Well,
talking
yeah,
to.
I just didn't know Google had their own like name for it like that.
Yeah, they do.
Like on the phone, it's OK Google or something like that. I didn't know they had a name. They had one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this one people call it in the app. People are calling it Gemini when they're talking to it. So
Has it told anyone to kill themselves yet?
Liz is
What?
totally not taking a nap. We're chilling in the restaurant together. I'm about to grab my Mac. Just Dave Weiss is in the clubhouse room. But
Bro, I was just in there, and I told him good night. Damn, now he's in there.
yeah, but it's all good because I'm definitely gonna see. We're doing a gear check today. So they come and check if you
Yeah.
have all the gear you need. You have to try on the stuff they brought. They said like everyone had like something that was the wrong size, so like they'll have to like take you to get different sizes. And then we have nothing else planned. So like I'll definitely be able to catch up on sleep plenty before we go there. I may sleep after the gear check because I think it might be in the morning, like this morning. I don't really know. The only thing to do is go. There's a like an outdoor. There's an outdoor store. I need to go there. So I'm going over there.